Huh.
Hi, I'm Mark Christopher. Welcome to Woodmark. Today we're going to make a 5-board bench. So here's my garden bench. There's one of the cats. That's Minnie. That is Shop Cat. This bench was actually in a pile of snow all winter. This bench has been outside now for about 10 years, I guess. And it's the original coat of paint. Needs a little cleaning up. Oh, and there's Yowie. Yeah, this thing has stood up. The only type of paint that's on this actually is it was a marine grade that I got from the paint store. I was having a closeout sale. It was just a kind of a mix and match thing, and it's actually held up incredibly well. You can see some splatters of other white paint from other painting projects, but the bench itself is as sturdy as I'll get out. And like I said, this one survived 10 years outside, and it's incredibly sturdy. Those legs, just every once in a while, I'll just kind of clean them up a little bit, but other than that, it resides outside and it's quite happy. So stick around here, coming up on Woodmark, and we'll show you how we do it. What I've done here is I've made a measurement 2.5 inches from the edge. Just put a mark here, come in 2.5 inches from the other side, made a mark there. I found the center line, which is right here. This board is a 2x10, which means it's actually 1.5 inches by 9.5. So half 9.5, 4 3/4, and I come down 6 inches till I find that mark right there, and that is where I'm going to drill a hole. And the purpose of that is, and you'll see it, we're going to cut out a triangle that runs up to that hole, and we kind of got the hole there. And should this grain is reasonably straight, but should this grain ever split up here, it will actually come down and it will hit this keyway here, and the crack will stop. It's not like it's going to continue down. The other thing, by cutting out this notch here, is that it gives us 2 legs on each end. So we have actually 4 legs, rather than, having this contacting the ground, which if the ground is either bit unlevel, you could get a lot of rocking. It's just a lot easier with just the 2 legs. So I will cut out I'm going to use a Forstner bit, and we'll cut that out on both pieces. And we will go to the bandsaw and cut out the triangle. The important thing here is to put another piece of wood underneath it so you don't have tear out when the hole comes through the other side. Voila, a hole. So now that's one. You can do this on a drill press if you have it, but I'm trying to do this with some limited tools and give you some options if you don't have a shop full of tools. So what I've done is I found the center of the hole here. Just put that in frame so you can see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the line or strike a line from here to the bottom of the workpiece. There's a little mark right here. This shape here you can kind of do whatever way you want, as long as there's a hole here and you remove this portion here, you should be fine. As you can see, we've got our notches cut out here, one there, one here, and then down on the other ends. And you don't have to do this. If you wanted to, you could just attach it straight across. You could recess it a little bit so that you had kind of a shadow line there. Personally, I like recessing it. Okay, so all we need to do now is to attach the top. This is the top. I laid that down, face down, and we're going to do this upside down. So we're going to attach this like that. No, it's just a matter of fastening it on. Done. And here we are, our 5-board bench that you can make in a couple hours or over a weekend. It's a great project to do with your son or daughter or anyone for that matter. Just have some fun with it. This truly is a limited tool project. If you can get the home center to cut this 8-foot piece down in half, you don't have to do anything with this top piece. It's the same thing here with this stretcher. You need 2 stretchers. It's 4 feet long. Buy them in 8-foot lengths. Get them to cut it. That's something you don't have to worry about. And then when you're cutting this out, I mean, you could do it with a handsaw. It'd take a little bit. I mean, just come in about 2 inches. About 2 inches here and go up, I think it's about 6 inches to the center of the hole. And just, just draw the mark there. The only thing you want to do is just make this, try and have right here rounded. And that's just to take this, if this was ever going to split, that's just to kind of distribute the splitting force, so it's not going to split in half. And the other thing is to chamfer your edges here. As for this piece right here, you don't have to cut that. You could just leave that straight and just have it come over. It's purely decorative. I probably could have attached the legs with pocket holes as well, but I chose not to. The one thing I do is I will come back and fill those couple of holes there where they do attach to the leg. I just put a plug in it, or you could use wood putty, or you could leave it exposed. When it comes to finishing for outside, there's a bunch of things you could do. You could stain it. if you're going to use it out in the garden, I'd suggest using good quality exterior latex paint just to protect it. If you wanted to stain it, preparation is everything when it comes to staining, and because this is pine, pine absorbs stain unevenly, just based on the pores of the wood. I'd use a stain conditioner, and what it does is it penetrates into the wood, and it goes down a little bit and kind of forms a barrier, which seems counterintuitive to staining something. But what it does is it will actually let the stain come onto it at a very even flood, if you will. So finish it however you like. It's people. I've done several of these for commission for as gifts for other people. I've given them as gifts. I've sold quite a few of these. Total investment in materials, I can't remember. I knew I should have written all this stuff down. Total investment's less than $20 in material. Cost a little bit more because I was, you know, I utilize more, mostly for the legs. But out of every 8-foot section, I can make 2 benches. I can make the stretchers, so that's 4 stretchers and 2 tops, and I can get 3.5 legs out of an 8-foot board. So overall, the top of the leg is 17.25 inches, and that allows for 3/4 inches of the top. So your overall bench height is 18 inches by 4 feet long. So I think that's it. Coming up next time, it's time to replace the what do you call it? The chairs things. Deck chairs. So coming up soon, I've got the deck chair build, which is a good time of the year for that, and I'll be doing an Izzy Swan inspired screwdriver Kaizen foam framed thing. So just before I go, don't forget Saturday nights on YouTube. If you go to maritimewoodworkers.com, every Saturday night at 7 Eastern, 8 Atlantic, 8:30 in Newfoundland, midnight in the UK, we have the Weekend Woodworkers Shop Talk, and that's a panel discussion show with live Q&A from the audience. We talk about all things woodworking. We highlight a particular woodworker each week, and it's usually a pretty good time. It's an hour long, so I encourage you to go over to maritimewoodworkers.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, give it a thumbs down or leave a comment. If you give it a thumbs down, tell me why, please. It seems trollish, people just thumbs down things and not say why. Like and share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm coming up on 400 subscribers, which for me is a big deal because I've only been at this for a little while. So I've picked up 300 subscribers almost since the 1st of January 2015. So I'm trying to get some more videos out and build my viewership and my subscriber base. So until next time, I'm Mark Christopher from Woodmark. Do something nice for somebody, you'll feel better for it. Bye-bye for now, and God bless.